So now we are going to learn how to make the line. So unlike the previous one, the cow, the line is a little more advanced, but then it is a sitting animal that you can see, but quite a few little details, but quite similar as well to the cow that we made. So for the cow, I did show you how to make the shapes, but we have made the shapes in the basic shapes lesson as well. So I have pre-made the shapes that are needed. So that will be the teardrop for the body, and here is the ball but then flatten on one side, and that will go up on the face. And I have the leg here, which we learned how to make, right? Two of them, and they will be there standing for the front of the leg. Okay, and then we also have another one, a similar one. This is not the, the one with the muscle. It is a similar one to this. The difference is it is just bent here. So we're just going to have the bent leg here to the sides. Okay, so basically that is how the setup is going to be. So these shapes are going to be in, and this is going to be added here onto the face, and then I'm going to show you how to add the snout here and then the eyes. And I have made quite a lot of the sausages. Okay, I mean the teardrops, I mean long teardrops and sausages we may call it, and that I'm just going to use and fill up the main to make the face. Okay, so let's just get the body attached. Now I have the leg which was just curved up. I'm going to add the glue and then stick it around here, and then the other one which has the foot on the side, and then the curvy part here, which I'm just going to add it here, and then this one here in the front. Okay, and now I'm just going to let this thing dry while I continue and work on the face. Now I've just flattened the face to give it more surface area for the mane to come in. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Dresden tool and open up the mouth here. And I'm going to use a little bit of the black, and I'm going to place a triangular part here. So first making a ball, and then making a teardrop and flattening it out. Okay, so you have a triangular piece, and that I am going to insert it here. And then I'm just going to mark the eyes right above here. To that I'm going to add the glue in. I'm going to have like really tiny sausages. So I'm just going to have about 6 whiskers made. I'm just going to have holes poked in here. I'm going to have glue run through. I'm going to gently pick them all and try and insert it into the hole made. I'm just going to curve it up a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to use the toothpick, dip it in the glue, removing excess, and poke it through into the body. And there is enough glue around here as well, but I'm just applying it on the stick, and I'm going to insert this body. Okay, and now I'm just going to start adding the mane. I'm just going to start filling up from the back. Okay. I'm just going to start from the bottom. So I'm just going to continue fixing the mane at the back, and then once I finish the back, as I move on to the front, I'm just going to get back to show how to add the mane to the lion's face in the front. So I've just finished the mane, adding the mane to the back, and I'm just going to start on with the face. I'm going to add one layer of the yellow mane here and start attaching it towards the sides. I'm just going to go ahead to the bottom and attach one row of the yellow, and that can just be hanging here on the leg as well. So we're just going to use like pretty small ones because I'm just going to add a brown layer as well. Dust off the excess corn flour. Okay, and I'm going to add the ears. You just need a ball, a teardrop, and then a triangular shape. That's what we need for the ears of the animals. I just touched upon corn flour in the Dresden tool. I'm just going to dust off the excess corn flour. I'm just going to find a place just behind the brown colored mane. Now we have added most of it. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of white to the eye, and then we have the tail. I'm just going to brush the glue and then place the white and then use a ball tool. So I'm going to check the positions. Okay, so the last part is to add the tail. Obviously a really long and thin sausage is what we need, and obviously if it is sticky, okay, and depending on the length, here I'm just going to add an extra teardrop here to go in for the end of the tail. And this part I'm going to attach it here. Okay, and we need the foil to make. I'm just going to get some aluminium foil. So I have the foil here, and on this I'm going to just leave it in the shape that I would like. Also ensure the tail is attached to the body with proper glue, and let this rest together with the foil that is kept there for shaping the tail. Okay, we can add in a little more details to the eyes by giving in the layers to the eyes as you make, or you could just stop here because there was quite a good amount of sausages that you had to make for the um, main, for the line, and then a little bit of the changes to the legs that we had to do, and then the filling up this entire face with the mane and then getting the entire face completed will be the best part of making the line. So this is the second animal that is in the sitting posture. So after this we will move on to the animal that we will make in the standing posture.